And we are back live for another exciting week right here at the Seeking Vibes podcast. My name is Dale, of course, your host for the evening. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in, seeing us now, seeing us later, whenever you're going to be seeing this. I hope if you enjoy the content that you see on the show, I hope you'll drop a subscribe and a like in the comments. Uh, Today, I've got an amazing guest. I know I usually start the show off with a lyrics from a song or a motivational quote, but I just want to come out here for a few minutes and just say hi to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Uh, you know, we're all going through stuff at this time in our lives, and I just hope to God that everybody is just taking time out for themselves, uh, being, connecting with yourself, and just stay true to who you are and not let the rest of the world determine what that looks like. So, but I hope everybody's doing well. I appreciate you being here today. My guest I have tonight, she is a truly amazing sweetheart of a lady. I met her a couple years ago at the UFO Contact Convention. She was there again this year, and this year she had her she was bending at a table, and we were uh, lucky enough to be sitting across from her, and everybody who stopped and talked to her, they sat down in this chair. She put these goggles on them, and I saw these people going through a range of emotions, and my curiosity got so piqued by what it was that she was doing. I read her pamphlet. I really enjoyed it, and it took me quite a bit of encouragement to get up and to go talk to her and to see what it truly is that she was doing. And what she was explaining to me was so fascinating. And then she had me try it out. And I will tell you, the experience was mind blowing. It was overwhelming. I was connected so deeply like I've never been deeply connected before. So I truly love uh, her vision, her mission, what she's trying to do. It's taking metaphysical healing to a whole different level. I mean, we've seen our Reiki masters that are out there. We've seen meditations, circles, and drumming circles, and all these other forms of getting people to connect with themselves. But I'll say my guest today, she has brought something to the table into thinking outside the box and to uh, achieve where people can only uh, dream about going with connecting with oneself. So my guest today, and I'm going to bring her out here right now, she is none other than Dr. Natalie Olson. Welcome.
Hello, thank you. Thank you so
Uh,
much for this invite.
well, and I was just saying, I truly got to see what it is that we're going to be talking about today. And I mean, this is Oracle healing, and it is, but it's not done like your traditional way. You have come up with a program, a concept to really connect people with their inner selves and bringing it to a whole new level in which I've never seen before. And I think this is the out of the box thinking that a lot of us in the metaphysical realm have been looking for. So I just want, for one, thank you for coming. Explain, tell the people, how did you get into this Oracle healing light? Uh, because like I said, it is so far thinking out of the box, but it's refreshing, and it's motivating. It really is.
Well, I started out as a naturopathic doctor, and to me, that was like a holistic health practitioner, just alternative medicine. And one thing that we do in that realm is really get to the core of what's going on with a person. Now, that's different from modern medicine. It's there you go to
Right.
Walgreens, kind of dilly. But on a more holistic or alternative, it's really getting down to what your mind is doing, what your body is saying, listening, and then bringing about a change. And that's what I that's how I started.
Right.
So about 4 years ago, I had a great massive awakening, and that brought me more into a quantum arena, if you get what I'm saying, or dimensional realm where I'm dealing with things like, astro, the planets, and energy, and beings, and spirits, and just, this whole world unfolded. And it's like I got this side of me, the holistic, but I have this side of me. And basically, they married. And now it's not, let's take a look at what your mind is doing. It's now, let's go inside of your mind and talk to it and
Right.
engaging, you know. So we go down rabbit holes in a
Right.
sense, uh, but still keeping it holistic, still keeping it in the realm of medicine, so to say. It's all healing, all healing totally, but just, I would call it 4D medicine or 4D healing, because when we get to that 4D aspect, it's all about going within. It's not duality and things outside. It's really focused on the inner. So I would say it's 4D healing, basically. And it's more where you become the doctor, where you have a say in how this goes, not 3D being dictated to or
Right.
following some system, and that's a big thing. No systems. Let's just explore. And that can be scary for some people. Some people need that structure where it's, the doctor comes in the room 15 minutes late. You
And
don't
that's
get
on a good
half
day.
lunch. No, so that kind of dilly. So
Right.
it's really where you take control, and that's how it should be. You're the creator of your reality. You're the architect of your life and your health. And I follow that path where it's no systems. Do away with the, we got to do this. We got to do it this way. This way. No, 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 no. It's be free, be you, have fun. Who ever heard of that? I'm sick, but you're saying have fun. That's kind of
Right.
oxymoron right there.
Right. And I've had many guests on the show, people who have taken a mindset about uh, their diagnosis of maybe cancer or whatever else, but it's a mindset in just how well that if you have a positive mindset, you can heal your body with not medicine helps. Don't get
Right.
I'm not talking down to medicine whatsoever, because stuff like chemotherapy and other medicines like that does help
Yes.
us get through the cancer, but at the same time, we ourselves, our bodies can heal itself
Hmm.
as long as you are, like you said, in tune with your mind and your body at the same time. because we all know sometimes your mind says one thing, your body says like hell you are. I
Right,
mean, my
right.
body says my mind says that every time I say, okay, time to go to the gym. My mind's going, okay, let's go to the gym and work out. My body's like, really? We have to
Nope.
go through this shit again? But it's aligning all of that and just really tuning in and what you are doing. And we're going to get in having you describe exactly what it is your program is, how you came up with this. But like I said, that your I did this twice now, and it was for two different, totally different things. Um, and I'll tell you, the experience was absolutely. Um, it's hard to put into words exactly the emotions and the feeling you get from it, but I'll tell you, it and it's something, and you don't even do the power of suggestion when you're working with people. You let the people do what it is that they've come to you for. You just, of course, they have to. We'll talk about the process. We're not going to go that far ahead, anyways. But yeah, no, the two times I did it though, it was like totally mind blowing of the experience, and this is why not too long ago I was down a path. Actually, I fell off my path, and you were the first person I thought of, and I said, I want to try this out again because you were able to help me out so much the first time. So, where did this concept originate from? Where did you get the idea that this is where you wanted to work with the healing light instead of medicines and any other way of metaphysically healing yourself? Like, when did you discover this type of healing?
Okay. Um, Even with the natural medicine, as you see, there is some. I'm like you. I don't knock medicine, but
Right.
if there is a easier, simpler, more meaningful way, that's what I want. It's one thing for a doctor to say, you're going to be all right. Okay, what if up here is so messed up from something that has happened in the past that you actually can't receive that? You see what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
that. I'm all for the easy way, maybe the lazy way, we'll call it that. But there should be active engage. I'm to me, I'm like a crackhead on ADHD. Think of it that that's the best way I can describe it. Okay. Okay, so we're talking about
That's a pretty strong visual there.
so so with the imagination, with frequency and energy. Like Einstein said, the future of medicine is energy and frequency. It's frequency. That's really what it's all about. And
Right.
we are all energetic beings. And I'm like, let's tap into the unknown. And it was almost like the events of the world kind of helped shape this.
Okay.
Science is evolving, new medicine, and it's like, man, there has to be more. There has to be something new, even in holistic health. I mean, I
Yeah.
know for some that's new, but
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but people who've been with the herbs for years, there
Right.
has to be something new. We have a new generation that's all about video games. They could care less about medicine. They're not going to no freaking doctors.
Right.
They'll have headsets on till there's a dent and a roll up on their head. You get what I'm saying? It's but that's the times that we're in.
Right. Right.
And it's like we're gonna lose a whole generation, several generations, if we don't have something better, something to reach everybody, not just the old people who have 25 pills to take in the little flip container, not just them,
Right.
but even the weed smokers. I'm just saying, do you see everybody trying to encompass wholeness without the division is really how this began. Just trying to help everybody. And that's where I developed the system. I'm a gamer, I love games. So I'm like, how can I reach everybody who may be in other parts of the world, bring healing, bring fun, bring all these mystical gifts from time travel to channeling to, let me think of what else is in there, to video games,
Right.
to medium, to healing, you
Right.
know, chaos magic. I mean, like all of that came, you know,
Right.
together. And all I did, and really all I do is become that medium. And when I say medium, I'm not talking about people who talk to dead people. I'm talking
Right.
about that middleman that I don't do anything. All I do is vibrate in such a way that it allows you to connect with beyond yourself. All
Right.
I do is sit and provide the atmosphere. You go in and have fun. You drop down the rabbit hole, and I'm there. You know, if it gets scary for you, or because you never know what you're going to get, you just drop
Right.
down the rabbit hole.
Right.
And this goes not just for emotional issues or I have this problem. This can be for physical health too.
Right.
When I was a kid, there was this show called The Magic School Bus. You ever heard of that one?
I
Miss
believe I do
Fizzle,
remember
Miss
that.
Fizzle, the school bus, and the kids would go
Yeah.
inside the body. You know, the
Yeah.
bus would go down the throat. They would see the body.
Yeah.
That's the other rabbit hole. You get what I'm saying? So it's not
Right.
just, you know, emotional problems. It could be physical. You know, I have diabetes. Well, let's go in and talk to your pancreas. Let's go
Right.
in and see the state of, you see what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's different,
It,
but it's powerful and effective.
yeah. And I mean, we are such powerful beings within ourselves. We, as humans, have so much control over ourselves when a lot of people don't think, well, I don't have control. I never asked to have cancer. I never asked to be diabetic. No, you never asked for it. But at
Mhm.
the same time, you yourself can deal with this and either make it a worse situation by not taking care of yourself, or, you know, doctors are great. Yeah, we need doctors, but at the same time, doctors are just going by textbooks, by similar cases, where
Mhm.
everybody is different on the inside. A
Right.
medicine will that would work for you will not work for me. Why? Not just because you're female, I'm male, but just because our body types are different, our
Right.
DNA is different, our blood is it's all red, but the thing is our blood is different. Our bodies react to
Mhm.
different medications other than what a doctor has. And what I get out of this is that you are helping us to really self-diagnose what it is that is really true going on in our body, so that then we can relay to say, okay, now let's do our research. And that is a key also.
Mhm.
Do your own research. Just because a doctor says you have type 2 diabetes, well, what does that mean? That is a
Mhm.
pretty broad description. It just puts you in a group that, okay, now you have this, and this. But you have to research in what it is, in natural medicines, herbs that we put in our body, spices we put on our food, the stuff we put in our mouths, like water. Like, do we know what's in this water? Well, we hope it's just water, but we all know it's not just water. So when you put it under a microscope, you'd be afraid.
Mhm.
But it's understanding and helping yourself to heal and understand. And I think that would calm a lot of people down, because When you
Mhm.
get told you have the C word, how many people just freak out and go, well, I'm dead?
Right, right. Yeah.
But we know that there are people out there, like our good friend Andrea, who is battling with cancer right now. But I mean, she's basically been told one thing, and she's like, "Yeah, no, watch this. Hold my beer. I'm going to show you differently."
Right.
But and this is what I truly like about what you are doing is that you're helping people to really go inside and really see what's going on, and
Right.
not just emotionally. It is your physical body. If your physical body is telling you got a pain in your knee, well, this what you are doing will help you get into that pain and say, okay, well, it's a strain, it's a tear. Okay, well, I got to do this then, and you
Mhm.
kind of let people figure it out so that they know, okay, well, I got to wear a knee brace for a month until it's good.
Oh yeah. Or even take it a step further and really going in to see what created this. Is this from a relationship that you're, is this from the past? It's like you said it, self-diagnosing yourself, but
Right,
not second guessing, not just, this is all a blob and this isn't true. Like this isn't make
right,
believe.
right,
This is consciousness. This is real reality here,
right,
that we're getting into because we are conscious beings. Your body talks, your body is alive, and we've been so programmed to follow a system versus going in consciously.
right,
And consciously provides the self healing, where the system is just a suppressor in a sense where you have to keep that cycle over and over of suppression. And there is no totality in that. There is no ending, in systems. So, it's really elevating us. It's really pushing us as the world evolves anyway, without getting too mystical and all of that. But it's helping us to evolve to where we begin to heal ourselves. To me, there shouldn't be any doctors, none. There shouldn't
right.
be any hospitals, none. We can
Yeah,
heal.
yeah, no, and I mean it's proven. We hear it in we hear it through stories like in circles that we are in, and just people. I mean, I know it's on an article that is written every day by the medical science community because really I think not to knock them, they're here for some good, but also at the same time, like you said, if there was no doctors, no hospitals, I think people will be in a panic. uh, so what is it about using sound and lights that will help you heal yourself? Because it is something that is very well known. It's been in science books for as long as anybody can remember
Mhm,
that light and sound heals people. And it's
mhm,
been medicine. And I mean, it comes in different forms music, meditation. Like when you
mhm.
hear the medicine bowls, those are
Oh
all
yeah.
sound waves that help us heal ourselves. Can you narrow it down and try to explain it to us in a way that the most common person can understand? It's like this is how it is and this is how it works.
The best way I can describe it is like electrical. We are all electrical beings. Electrical would be vibration. You said light. Without electricity, the light does not come on. So, to me, you are the electric socket. If a circuit gets broken, a cord gets twisted, that light is going to be off, or either completely out. But when you have the right connection, meaning when that plug or whatever it is that you're trying to get the light on, when it connects, and I'm talking about through sound, through meditation, everything you just listed, there is a surgence, there is a merging, there is a coming together that illuminate. You get what I'm saying? When
Right. Yeah.
that electrical cord touches that one, the light comes on. Our bodies are plugging into universal consciousness. We are the lamp, the universe, all of it, like what's behind you back there, are the electrical sockets. Venus, Pluto, all of them have a sound.
Right.
You have a sound.
Right.
And I'm not talking about just talking, I'm talking about
Right.
the inner you has a sound, has a vibration. And even medically, like cures like. I'm
Right.
just going back to how I was trained. So
Right.
the deal is, you put in you, and now I'm sounding like a motivational speaker. You put in that socket, connected with the right thing, and it's going to flourish.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. I mean, when you talk about us being energy and how that radiates out into the world,
Yes.
um, yeah, this is how we find our people, our tribe, our like-minded souls. Because
Mm-hmm.
you can be in a room filled with 100 people, but your energy only connects with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you guys are together, and I always demonstrate how people say, well, how can you feel energy? And I tell people, just put your hands together like this far apart,
Mm-hmm.
and just feel it. Just imagine the energy flowing from one hand to the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can just put yourself, concentrate, and get to, you can feel it. And it kind of feels like it did back when you used to try to put two magnets together. Like
Mm-hmm.
there, it's when you really get a really good, powerful flow going. It's hard to put your hands together because the energy is just so powerful. It's holding them apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's attracting, but it's
Mm-hmm.
still your
Like
body is
attracts
filled with
like. That's it. Yeah, that is
your
it.
body is filled with positive, negative energy, and when you put it
Mm-hmm.
together, it's like a positive and negative magnet. You can feel the energy between them,
Mm-hmm.
and this is
And you
how.
see, you said a key thing, being a kid and imagination. Two key words, which are portals. I see those as portals.
Right.
When we were kids, there was no looking at things in a negative way. Everything was magical. Everything. I mean, when you're a kid, there was no negative. Even if it was
Oh,
negative, you didn't know it. You didn't respond to it. If
right.
we could get back to having that kid like aspect towards everything, oh, we'll live forever. I mean, that's the juice. That's the energy. You know how many kids? I mean, a kid can connect with anybody. I don't care if they're a murderer. I don't
Right.
care. Do you get what I'm saying? No judgment. All they see is love and light.
Right.
That's it. They can play with whoever they want to play with. It's not if that kid is on this side or that kid is on that side. It's
Right.
just
Yeah, no,
and
and I mean that's I mean, yeah, that's where we truly need to be to get our minds back to a time when we our minds weren't corrupt with every day, oh, you can do
mhm,
this, you can't do that, you have to believe this, you have to believe that. No, you can't step across that road because on the other side of the road is not. No, we need just to get back to where we are pure as we can get. I mean, when like, your face, I know you're 21, but I'm 53. Our minds are programmed at this point, and it would be a lot of trying to rewire your body. It's not impossible to rewire your mind and to get back to as
mhm,
close as you can. But life experiences have also brought us to where we are today. And this
right.
is why we need oracle and light healing and metaphysical healing because it is bringing back those energies that we had as a kid, and we can put ourselves back into a place where we're not being manipulated by anything that's on our TV screens.
Hmm.
We're only inside of our own minds, and our minds and our guides, our universe is telling us, okay, this is what's going on. You need to heal yourself.
Hmm. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah.
And so explain, ex, a, a client comes to you, they're going through something. Explain us, what is the process of getting a program ready for them, that because these are all towards like individually sessions. These are not
Hmm.
a group like you could probably set this up as a group session, but
Yeah. Yeah.
let's just talk about the individual. A person
Okay.
comes to you and tells, what is the process of getting this all set up?
All right. Some people may know what's wrong. Some people may not. It can be physical. It could be emotional. It could be business. I have people, my business has been struggling. What's wrong? I need to get some insight. And I'm not talking about going to an accountant or not even going into a psychic. It's like, I want to know for myself, not just hearing someone else, because I can say your business is going to be good, but that may not hit your heart. That may not, you may can't hold on because that's just me saying that. But
Right.
it's another thing when we can travel. And hear me, when I say travel, I mean go into space, go into time. Yes, I'll call it time travel, astro traveling, astro project, whatever word suits you, do that one. Okay, so,
Right.
but to go in and look at 5 years of what your business is going to be doing, looking at contracts and seeing the names of who you're going to contract with so that you'll know when the
Yeah.
time comes 5 years from now. See, that's business. For individual, you don't know what's wrong. The doctors have run test after test. They can't find anything. They said you're okay, but you know something is not right. All
Right.
right. Then let's go inside the body. Let's, or emotionally, things are, I'm stagnant. I'm getting depressed again. I know something is not right and I don't want to fall back down into darkness. Then let's go have a talk with that depressed you.
Right.
And I mean, literally opening up. So again, all I will do, there's no pre-planning. Planning for what? The universe is going, we let the universe do everything, or your higher self, your God, goddess, whatever. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Satanist, it doesn't matter. Whoever, we're coming with it. And we're going to go find out what you need. And I'm not going to be the one to tell you. It heals better when you see it, you experience it, you know that it's real. It resonates with you, not me telling you it's going to be okay. For you to see that it's going to be okay, to experience the vibration of it being okay, so that you can have something to take back here to this planet Earth and be able to live out. That's all I do. And then we'll meet online,
Yeah.
you know, and I love the graphics. These are the AR glasses. If I were in person, I have augmented reality. Remember these?
Oh, I sure do. The best pair of sunglasses I ever wore.
So when we're online, you don't need the glasses. The screen becomes the augmented reality. And
Right.
based upon what you say, let's say if it's diabetes, I may have a picture of a pancreas. Or if it's business, I may have just a picture of, something
Yeah.
to visually help you to go in,
Right.
basically, to help you to have a visual so that you can create the scene and scenery. All I do is just lead you to the picture and tell you to dive in. And But sometimes people can't even imagine. Let me give you that one.
Right.
Sometimes there is no picture because they can't get it. They can't imagine. And it could be they were so squished as a kid that they've lost it. The adultness of life has dampened their childlikeness. You know what I'm saying? And I do run into that. And when that happens, we go about it through a meditation type way. So you got meditation and visualization. Some people do better with, saying words, mantras, you know, some people are that way. Other people love video games, love the visual, not much words. Just
Right.
let me, you know, just look at stuff and think about it. And the visual will come as you think. All I do is just provide the cocoon. I provide the electricity for you to be able to create. And I do that through channeling.
Yeah, no, and I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people when you talk about meditating and stuff, and people say, "Well, I can't concentrate. I can't do this." Well,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, you're already putting a block up by saying you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You're already visualizing in your mind that you cannot do this, when in
Right.
reality, yes, you absolutely can do this. And this is the one uh, thing that I do like about your program is it kind of opens that blockage. You kind of take that barrier down and
Mm-hmm.
say, in your body, in your mind, you can do anything you want to do.
That's right.
And this is where we have to all come to the realizations of just how powerful our body is. Yeah, you're one piece of your brain says you can't, but there is a whole other part of your brain going, yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
We can do this, and and you help people get to removing blockages from using the word can't.
Yes. That's it. No excuses. If you, I mean, even if you come with the can't, you can sit and watch a screen with things moving behind. I'm just saying,
Yeah, yeah.
even if you were blind, you can listen to the music. If you can't talk, I do know sign language. No excuses. I'm just saying, no
but
reason,
but
no
that's
reason.
I think blockages are the main reason why a lot of people have issues. But like you said, if you can watch a screen, you can watch watching something visual. Your mind will sooner or later get fixed on that visual, and you can, people know it or not, you are now in a realm where you can visualize anything else. All you have to do is just think of something. And the
Hmm.
first time
That's
I
it.
sat down in your chair, um, I wanted to connect with my dad. I was just one of those, had a lot of questions going on. And yeah, I was at first going, well, I can't do this because there's too much distractions around me. This is better suited for a private, closed environment, because this way here you remove but once you put on those glasses that you had everybody wear, it was like you were able, all of a sudden it just seemed like the whole world just turned off, and you were able to focus, even if you couldn't focus at that moment, but just watching the visuals for a few minutes, and just talking and going, okay, we're about to jump down this rabbit hole. Are you ready? All of a sudden, you could just feel yourself being lowered, and it was like, holy crap, what's going on?
And see, behind the scenes, I am mentally there. Now, this is the cool, I wouldn't say spooky, but I mean a good spooky is I'm already ahead. I already know the spot. I'm already interacting. That's why I'm like the conduit. I'm the cord that's behind the electrical side. So
Right.
I'm already connecting. And yes, sometimes I see, but I try to stay out of it. But, it's like the picture that's behind you. It's
Right.
simply, okay, Dale, see the colors, look at the circle. Now, again, I'm not coercing you.
No,
if
no.
if you're a little distracted, all I'm doing is just helping you to refocus. Let's go into that circle right now. That's in a very calm, meditative music.
Right.
Your picture looks gorgeous, by the way, behind you. Look at that thing. I'm
Thank
like,
you so much.
I'm
I,
almost zoomed in myself just looking at the picture right there. So, but
um,
it's similar to that. It doesn't take much. Just being a kid, admiring the colors, and all
right.
of a sudden the colors turn into a scene, didn't it, Dale? It's like the picture takes you in, and all of a sudden it's gone, and you're exactly where you need to be. And it's like, holy crap, where have, you, where have we got ourselves?
Where am I?
People are
What am I
coming,
doing here?
right?
But
People are
it
starting to
was,
come.
yeah. And I mean, um, the I mean, I was seeing all these really amazing energy. I say they were like energy waves going, and then all of a sudden, I felt the presence of my dad. And just at that moment, I can hear you going, "Somebody is here. Do you know who that is?" And it took me just a couple more minutes to focus in on it. But then it was like I felt my dad's energy walk right through the circle. And then I couldn't really see him, but I could see his outline, which is when I usually see my dad. That's usually the way it is. I mean, I know what my dad looks like, so I don't really need to see him, but his energy I feel, and I mean, you're right there. I mean, tears were flowing down my face faster than the Niagara Falls. But I mean, but he's there, and he gave me the message that I was asking, and it was just, it was so unbelievable, the experience. I really put that moment into my near death experience when I was standing at the end of the hallway, but yet I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, the warm embrace and everything that I felt when I had my near death experience. I experienced that time in your chair, being able to be surrounded by the love and by the energy that I
Mhm.
truly needed at that moment. And
And I would say it was a outer body, but more not something coming out and you're looking down at yourself in the chair, but
right,
more energetic.
right,
That's the best word I can say. So in a sense, you left Earth. No,
right,
I mean, without the system of how it's normally said, where you're supposed to float up and turn around and see yourself. Do you see how, forget
right,
how it's supposed to be done? Let's
right. Yes,
just go and do it. And you traveled. You went into a different dimension, a different frequency. You matched frequencies with the frequency of your dad and the location where he was. All I simply did was help you to leave Earth, looking at the picture. You know what I'm,
yeah,
just relaxing, raising your vibration, tuning in. And this is where I'm the medium here. I find the vibration match, and
right.
once I kind of connect, it's like, all right, are you ready to go down? You'll hear me say that. Are we ready?
You're,
It's like that move, like Stargate.
yeah,
You have all the different channels, and while you're watching, I'm finding the station. When I get a lock, it's like, all right, here we go.
right,
Are you ready to
right,
go in? And then
right,
I leave you. I'm not, I mean, I'll take a peek if I need. But
right,
other than that,
right,
I'm just a guide here. You are having the experience. There's no right or wrong. Let's just see what happens. And that's really what you did. And for some people, astral traveling, time traveling, it's like you got to go to school for 5 years, be a massive meditator or yogi to do that. That's what I've been told,
Right.
that in order to do the stuff that we did, you have to be what, 20D or something. I don't, I'm just saying, to get that kind of experience. And no, even with the metaphysical, let go of the systems and
Right.
just be, and allow everything to unfold for you. So that's what you did.
And and it was like I said, it is hard to put into words exactly the feeling, but I'll tell you, it was coming out of it. It was it was like you didn't want to leave, but you knew you had to leave, kind of deal, because it was such an amazing, and you like every ache and pain in your body, like it was gone for those few minutes,
Hmm.
and but I really got to physically feel something that I've only felt. I can only say like when you're asleep because your vibration normally can't get that high while you're in a awakened state. But this here, I mean, you're not hypnotized in any way because you can, like I said, you chime in here and there, you because you're still making sure we're staying on course with where we're going and what it is that we have asked you with your metaphysical healing
Hmm.
to bring us to. And I mean,
Hmm.
it's like everyday life, right? It's like shopping in a mall or shopping in a store. Yeah, you know what you need to get, but if you walk down an aisle, you get distracted very easily, and
Yes.
you're just there
Oh yeah.
to help that from
Yeah.
stopping that.
Yeah. That's it.
Uh, sorry, felt like I had to sneeze there for a second. Um, okay. So for anybody who is interested in connecting with you and to be able to get a session with you, where do we go for that? What does it look like? What does it cost? Maybe just some of the programs that you work with so that people can have an idea. I mean, I know your program can pretty well help anybody who needs it, but let's just give some people an idea because this is how people are going to resonate what it is what you're doing. So,
Hmm.
how can people
Okay.
get connected with you?
Let me give you a rundown, a little bit of the services. And I know I saw that there it is, the website right there uh, on the screen. That'll pop, but that's the main way. But let me give you a little bit. So, quantum alchemy healing is what we did, because quantum means we go into the quantum field. Alchemy mean it's crafted. It's that's all the goody good woo woo in it, and it is healing. Um, it's kind of like, yeah, I have fees, but if there's really someone in need, I mean, I'm looking at the economy. Goodness gracious, we'll leave that alone. Uh, and things of that nature. Nobody is going to be turned down. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. If you cannot afford, the fees, I'm just trying to keep my lights on and have a little food in my belly. Everybody is at this point. Okay. So, um, if you can't, that's not a problem. I mean, honestly, if I could do it completely for free, I would. And I have done, for people who are really in need, because this is the essence of who I am, love and light. So
Right.
that's that. But I do things like biochemic frequency assessment. Um, that's when we look at your genetic codes, your DNA, your cellular levels, your energy fields. And we go and see what's not 100%. And from there, biochemic is what we call cell salts. As a matter of fact, I actually have a bottle right here. It kind of look like that. Um, we match it up with the remedy. So this is for the diabetic that, you know, or the people who want the holistic and the woo-woo at the same time. That's the best way to describe it, because some people still want the herbs, and some, you get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But they want the rabbit hole too. So
Right.
that's the combination of that. Um, I am a astronomer. That's my number one. Yes, I love the healing, but for me, I love the stars. I love, you know, the world out there. So I do something called astro energy mapping. And this is different from astrology. Oh gosh, I get very passionate about telling the difference. So astrology is a set system. You heard that word, system, that never changes. It was there when Jesus was born. It was there when God farted. It's been that way.
Right.
It has not changed. The world, the stars have changed. So if we're going to be dealing with energy and healing, we need pinpoint accurate. Okay, not the I don't know the word I want to say, not the symbolic. You can't heal. I mean, you could heal with symbols and symbolic, but really, if we're talking about cancer, we're talking about diabetes, we need the direct energy that's coming from the precise point of whatever celestial that can help to deal with that. And that's what I do with that. We look at the time that you were born, see what constellation, and I'm talking about astronomy, where you can pull out a telescope and look at it, that kind of deal. And then you're able to use the universe as your medicine. Okay. So that and one more I got. I still do homeopathy and aromatherapy, your oils and crystals too. All energy healing, just different sources. So for those who still want a little bit of old school, but a little bit of new too, I kind of can meet you in both ways. And that's everything. So again, yeah, the fees are there, but if you can't, afford it, that's not a problem at all.
Now, just for people who might be dealing with something but not really sure, um, if they just wanted to message you and say, okay, these are the kind of things that I'm going through, or this is how I'm feeling, or uh, how would that like work out as far as like you then being able to set something up if somebody doesn't know a definitive what they are looking
You
for,
need to
because
go.
sometimes
Right.
we don't, like you said in the beginning, sometimes we don't know what it is we truly want. We just know
Mm-hmm.
like something is off, but we don't know why it's off.
Right. And that's people message me all the time on my website, on Facebook. I am a very reachable person. I don't mind just talking. You know, it's not like, I'm not going to say that one, like regular doctors is trying to earn a dollar. No, no, definitely not. So for me, it's about community. It's about us being relatable and reachable, not being, this stuck up, arrogant, oh, make an appointment and I can't talk to you unless you give me $150. I mean, I've seen it like that.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
right,
If we're going to evolve to something higher, it's all about love. I'm not saying not to, you get what I'm saying? We
right,
have to be there for one another
right.
regardless. So anyone can message me. And yes, I'm willing to talk, or even Facebook Messenger, phone, delete, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just to help any way that I can. So
right.
yes, they can reach out to me, and on the website as well.
So you're on Facebook, you're on the website. Are there any
Mhm.
other social medias that you have that people?
TikTok as well. and they're
Okay.
all Natalie Solar Olson. You'll see the solar in there, so you'll be able to find me just like that on any
If you
social.
see the solar, you know it's for real. It's not.
Oh
It's not an
yeah.
imitation. It
Mhm.
has been an absolute. I can't believe an hour has flown
I
by
know. I
already.
know.
This has been truly an enlightening, a lightning experience. Uh, like I said, I am so grateful to have gotten to know you over the last couple of years, seeing
Mhm.
it as what you're doing and what you're bringing to us as a metaphysical realm, and to bring it to a whole new level and to use something that is as old as time, as science has always said, light and energy. We can heal ourselves. Like I said, I'm not here to say that the medicine doesn't work, but if people can just open up enough to do their research and to see what other areas out there to go down to see what else might be able to work for you. Sure, take the pills, but at the same time, do something like doing the Oracle Healing Light with Natalie. Maybe you'll get off those pills a lot faster.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come to a conclusion that maybe the particular pills you're on is not what they're. Try natural remedies. All this stuff, like before there was ever doctors, back when we were all Neanderthals walking this earth, we were sick. They weren't able to go to a doctor to get a pill. They had to live off earth the earth providing us with natural remedies. I
Mhm.
remember always, growing up, your grandmother said you had an ear and a blow smoke into it. Now we're trying to get people to quit smoking, but that was a natural remedy. you know, just blow smoke in your ear and your earache will go away. But
Okay, what about the hot toddies for the flu? Never flu vaccination, it was liquor. And I'm talking about the kids. Liquor and lemon and honey at 4 years old. I'm just saying. But it worked.
it did, and it was a lot cheaper than what a lot of these medicines. Like it floors my mind when you go into a drugstore. If you don't have health coverage, they'll say, "Oh, that's $80 for that bottle of pills."
Right. Right. That's
$80 for
Canada.
what?
80. No, not in the US. $200. And that's Canadian medicine. No, not in the US.
Yeah, but like I said, and people, like you said, people are struggling to put food on their tables, keep their lights on. Nobody can afford $200,
Mm-mm.
and this is why people are wandering around this earth sick, and they don't know where to go. But
Mhm.
in our own backyards, our woods, our forests, our natural plant
Oh yeah.
life, if you
Oh
just
yeah.
do the research, like even those pesky dandelions that grow on your grass every year have benefits to it. So do your research. Like I said, medicine, I'm not telling people to stop taking their pills,
Right.
stop believing the doctors. They are here for a reason. We're just here to open up your eyes and to say there is more to this world than to popping a pill because a doctor says this is what's going to make you a lot better.
Right.
Natalie, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your schedule to talk to us here at the Seeking Vibe podcast. You are truly amazing. I look forward to seeing you. If people want to get in touch with her, go to her website, find her on Facebook. Are there any events that you are going to be at where people can come and meet you in person?
Oh my. This year, I'm kind of like you, Dale. This year, I am limiting the in-person events, but I can say this: beginning in April, and Dale, I'm going to have you come to one of these online. I love I'm an electronic kind of geek now, so I am going to be hosting monthly rabbit holes. That's the best way I
Ooh.
can describe it. I'll pick. either specific, medical, emotional, planetary, something of that nature. I can tell you, first off, we're going to be dealing with fear systems. The biggest thing right now is the fear, fear, fear.
Right.
And I'm going to take you through the whole so that you can face your fear. Now, you know what I'm talking when I say face it, I'm not talking about words. I'm
Yep.
I'm talking about Scrooge, the movie. It's right there. You're seeing yourself go, what? And
Yeah.
you're seeing it happen, and you have control. You can stop the fear by seeing how it gets to you. How this, you see what I mean? I'm talking about truly being free, where it's hands on, and that's going to be the first one. Astronomical New Year is in April. Now, I mean, when the sun crosses over into Aries, not astrology. They'll say it's already happening now. I
Yeah.
think they are saying they're, yeah,
Right.
astrology is already in Aries. We are not. Okay, so come
Yeah.
April,
Yeah.
I am going to begin, and those are free. So if you can afford it, you can come and still get the experience, no charge at all. All you got to do is, put your headset on and
Yeah.
watch the video or listen. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be
Just
doing
just
that every
just
month.
just show up, and that's what it's all
Yes.
about: is showing up for yourself, showing up, and try. You know what? Like you said, it's free. There's no cost out of your rear pocket, but you're gonna get so much out of
Mhm,
this.
mhm,
You,
mhm.
like I said, so look for those dates. I'm sure they're going to be posted on her
Oh
website,
yeah.
on her Facebook
Mhm.
pages. Follow her and attend any seminars that Natalie is a part of. And folks, we look forward to seeing you guys again. Always remember, you may not be able to change the world, but you can always change the world for one person. And that's what it's all about: coming together, being kind to one another, because you don't know what the person next to you is going through. So love one another. Natalie, I love you, girl. Stay strong. I look forward to
Yes.
seeing you at some point
Mhm.
in 2025. And in the meantime, folks, that's going to do it for me. Another show coming next week. In the meantime, I like to say love and light is what this world is all about. Good night, everybody.